On Veterans Day, many get lost in the enjoyment of having a day off, taking advantage of sales, and don't quite remember what it means to honor the 17.9 million veterans living in our nation. Let me help to remind you what they experienced and at the very end, the true meaning of Veterans Day. First, physical injuries. For as long as we can remember, soldiers have come back with traumatic brain injuries, amputations from gunfire, shrapnel and explosions, and hearing loss, plus spinal cord injuries from carrying heavy gear, and let's not forget chronic muscle fatigue for many years after they have served. Second, psychological trauma. During their time served, soldiers dealt with being away from family for long periods of time, witnessing the death of a comrade, chronic fear and anxiety of a potential attack, survivor's remorse, and adjusting back to civilian life that accompanied sleepless nights, nightmares, drug and alcohol abuse, depression, and suicide. 3. Long-term effects from environmental exposures. Soldiers today are still dealing with Gulf War syndrome or nerve agent from Desert Storm. There was Agent Orange in Vietnam, and if you had a Korean War veteran as a relative, they might have struggled with frostbite or trench foot if they especially fought in the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir. 4. Potentially overcoming prisoner of war experiences. Some of our veterans came back having had endured severe torture, abuse, lack of medical care, and forced labor in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Now, let's not forget Veterans Day is not only those who served abroad, but also those who worked stateside and contributed in every way to the efforts as a whole to defending our country. Today, we also give thanks to military wives, children, and families of members who have served for enduring long periods of absences, sometimes financial strain, and obviously many sleepless nights. The purpose of Veterans Day is to truly give thanks to the men and women who might have endured any of that. Even though they were just doing their job, they endured the brutality, the hardships, and the hell of war so that us here as Americans can live in peace. It's been over 200 years since there was a war fought on U.S. soil, and we have our brave men and women coming back who fought for us to thank for that today and forever.